Hello everybody and welcome back to SNR. My name is Kieran McGidley and today is the last round of Season 1 of SNR. If you missed the last race, click up in the eye. Hopefully the last race I should say, should be there. Please click on that before you watch this one because as I'm about to reveal, here's the picture. Congratulations to Darren Sinclair, who is the SNR Season 1 champion, as decided at the last race. So congratulations to Darren Sinclair on being the champion of Season 1 with one race left. And today we finish up the season at Abu Dhabi. So, if we have a run through the driver standings, there you can see Darren Sinclair top of the table, can't be caught now on 309. Chelsea Boy is runner-up guaranteed on 262. And then we have the Gort in third, and then we have Bravo in fourth. Their decider could be decided today. Zippo there in fifth on 96. Then we have Heffy in 6th on 85. Then we have White Sandbot in 7th on 80. AJ to the P on 70, and then we have Heemkar on 66, Rockatoni on 55 points, Geordie Davey on 52 points, W4 on 46 points, Rocket on 35, closely behind is Titium with 34 points, Jensen in 15th on 28 points, DK with 27 points, Shug M on 23 points, Spark Bobster with 1 point, same as him on ESP Cruiser, also with 1 point, and then NATO at the bottom there with 0 points. We're going to have a look at the constructors now, and can the title be decided today? Yes it can. There's only 16 points in it. So Sauber at the top there, 390, followed by Williams on 374. Then McLaren do have a slight outside chance of at least getting second place. They're on 347. Then we have Mercedes there on 285. Then Red Bull in 5th on 128. Haas in 6th with 84. Then closely behind them are Renault and Force India on 83 and 80 respectively. Don't rule out Toro Rosso as well, who are on 79 points. And a torrid season for Ferrari at the moment on 37 points down at the bottom there in 10th place. So, with the constructors still to be decided and confirmed after this race, I won't be able to say the final constructor standings until our little fun race, basically a week from now, advertising the Classic Championships. Details to be confirmed, but they will be 3 25% races in 3 different eras at 3 different tracks, all in one video. That's for next week, and we'll have the full drivers and constructor standings to go through after that. Before the video next week. So let's look forward to that. Coming up now is a new segment I like to do, is the hot lap. So let's see what that's about. So as we head for the last time for SNR around the Abu Dhabi track, this hot lap trying to highlight some of the most important parts of the track as you come across the start-finish line. Take it easy going into turn 1, especially in the first few laps. 4th gear through there, and keep it clear of the curb. Keep it clear on the curb as well as you go through 2, 3 and 4. Mounting the curbs here could cost a bit of your lap time here, especially if you run too far left on turn 4 and take some air. Then into 5 and 6, be very careful here. It's very easy to invalidate your lap time as you're going through on a qualifying lap into the hairpin of turn 7. Get this corner right. You can afford to get the exit of 6 wrong in order to get the exit of 7 absolutely spot on. Then it's flat out here, down this straight, DRS wide open as you head now down towards turn 8. Be careful of the blue tarmac on the right hand side. It does slow the car down. Brake just before the 100-meter board into 8, 9 and 10. 8 and 9, avoid those curves wherever possible. It gets just too much oversteer. And into turn 10, get that DRS open. And as you come round the not so straight as you head into 11, 12 and 13, easy on the curve there, unlike me, as a little bit of a lock-up going into turn 11. Won't hurt my time too much. Just be careful of that curve on the left-hand side of turn 13. You can invalidate your lap time very easily. Now into the
right-handers here are 14 and 15 and 16. Very difficult to get your braking zone right. Make sure you do all your braking in a straight line as you head through turn 16, then into 17 and 18. Again, with 18, try and get as close to the right-hand side wall as you dare to get that maximum apex speed. Into 19 now. Take it nice and easy through that curb there. Brake nice and early for turn 20. It's got an earlier braking zone than you think, and then up to the start-finish line, and that's a lap of Abu Dhabi. Now, on to qualifying.
Nighttime has fallen on the Abu Dhabi circuit here at the Marina Bay track in Abu Dhabi. And of course, some people will say this is a boring track, and well, who could forget in 2010 when Vitaly Petrov managed to hold off not only Mark Webber but also Fernando Alonso in helping Sebastian Vettel claim his first ever Formula One World Championship. And how prominent would that be in setting the example for Abu Dhabi? But here today, we're here for SNR and the season finale. The constructors still to be decided today, as we see a Mercedes there leave the pit lane. And well, this qualifying session is going to be a very, very good one. I think Chelsea boy here will finish runner-up this season. Darren Sinclair's already the champion, and so it will be interesting to see who, whether or not Darren Sinclair will choose to go into qualifying and give himself something to do from the back of the grid. It looks like he's going out though, so that's keeping up with his professional status. As we sit right on board with Spark Bobster here, going down the long straight here. As you can see, 3 cars in the shot there. A beautiful shot as Spark Bobster brakes into the first chicane section, leads onto the second DRS straight that's not a straight, and underneath the touring car starting line, I think that is, on the pit lane on the left hand side. Two different parts of the track there. I'm not really sure what the other track is used for. I think it's for the touring cars and the V8s. They used to race here. I don't know if they still do or not. Of course, we will have to I'll have to look that up. But yeah, opened in 2009, designed by Herman Tilke, and yes, it's 21 corners, and well, set to be a season finale for years to come. And it's a fantastic setting to actually to have, especially with the fireworks going off towards the end of the race. As Spark Bobster starts his lap, very easy to cut the corners here. We see in that the sort of hot lap thing I tried to do. It's very, very easy to cut the track, to especially here, going into the chicane here. Very easy to get it wrong, very easy to put all 4 wheels off the track and invalidate your lap time. As Spark Bobster here goes into that hairpin. Important as well to get that hairpin absolutely spot on. And well, it's definitely one to a good track to round off this entire season with, as Spark Bobster heads now down into the second chicane out of I'm not really sure how many chicanes are. There's too many, I know that. And with all the high speed into corners, low speed corners, there are plenty of opportunity to overtake. But going into sections like these, where you're on the inside, which becomes the outside, and then the inside again, it's very difficult to make any sort of move stick. It is possible though. Around this 3.45 mile circuit, as Spark Bobster rounds off into the 3rd sector now. Pole position this season in real F1 was a 1:36.2, so it will be interesting to see which of our drivers gets closest to that. As Spark Bobster rounds the final few corners here, he'll be the first driver to set a lap time and the benchmark, and he will set a 1:39.0. And let's have a look now at our championship Well, championship winner Darren Sinclair crosses the line. He sets a 139.1, but it's not going to count. Invader Zippo with a 139.0, and Rockatoni puts a 138.1, goes top of the table at the moment. We've got Heemkar there, 139.2. Shug M rounding the last corner here, and it's got a little bit tail happy on that exit, a 140.0, as Chelsea Boy get 138.3. So 138.1 is the time to beat at the moment, as see DK there 139.2. As W4 leaves the pit lane. Darren Sinclair still on his lap. The Gort 138.0. So we'll have a see here. What's the Gort done there? I saw a yellow flag in sectors 1 and 2. Wasn't quite sure who it was. As GN Rocket Queen goes P9 with a 140.3. The White Samba in Sauber. Going around the final corner, heading towards the line. What time will he set? It's a 141.5, but it won't count. So Darren Sinclair then is on another lap, but he's going to head back to the pit lane. As you can see, the DRS isn't active, so he's heading back to the pit lane to have another go later on in the session. Is White Samba doing the same? Well, he's a 10th up at the moment, so he might want to carry on with this lap. Not quite sure. Let's have a look at his telemetry. He's still in rich mix, but that's not max. So, well, he's not using all of the engine, basically. But we'll see soon enough. Times he is going to set. And, yeah, it should be an interesting season finale. The one to watch, I think, this race is going to have to be the Constructors. Let me just pop up the table once again for my pleasure. We have got Mercedes, I believe it's Haas, Renault and Force India, 84, 83 and 80, with also Toro Rosso on 79. So every point counts for those teams. So basically all Haas have to do, and I say it's all they have to do, is finish ahead of every other constructor, and they will grab 6th place in the championship standings. Yellow flag in sector 3. Not quite sure who that is just yet, but it was White Samba there. He went a bit tail happy. He is still a 10th up. I'm not sure what that's going to do to his lap time, and it's invalidated it again. 141.1. He did go quicker, but no dice, as we see a Toro Rosso there come out of the pit lane. Very awkward pit lane. It's very easy to lock up and head straight into the wall. It's never happened in Formula 1, but it has happened in GP3 during a qualifying session. The entire session had to be red flagged because, of course, the pit lane was blocked. So it's only ever happened once in open wheel history, but safe to say it has happened. So, who should we ride on board with now? Let's ride on board with Bravo Wolf, who's out there right now on a lap. We've got AJ to the P as well out there, and we have got that's Jensen on his out lap. So Bravo Wolf here is on, I believe, a flying lap. No, he's not. So it's 7.5 minutes, unless that's his actual qualifying. Well, that was weird. Hopefully I'm back. Hello. Hopefully I'm back. That was a bit awkward, wasn't it? Controller just disconnected, because why not? Jensen has retired from the session, so what's happened there? He's hit the wall. Pure and simple, he's hit the wall there. I'm not quite sure where that is. No, I have no idea where that is out on track. I'm not familiar with Abu Dhabi enough to see what happens there. Bravo Wolf on his way. We've got AJ to the P as well out there at the moment, and he's on a lap right now. We've got Bravo Wolf as well on a lap as he locks up going into the chicane there. As I get the circuit map up, I'm not too familiar with the 21 corners of Yas Marina, but I do my best. It's a difficult track to overtake on, very technical circuit, very demanding. It may have a very, very long straight, followed by a not so straight, long straight. But if that made sense to anybody, let me know. AJ to the P then dives into the pits, as he's not happy with his lap time there. as Bravo Wolf here rounds turn 18, then on to 19, and again goes as close to the wall as he possibly can, going into turn 20 and then into the kink of 21, which is a lot tighter than you think. As he heads towards the line now, what sort of lap time is he going to set? He goes top, 1:38.03. Great lap from Bravo Wolf then, puts himself top of the table. Brilliant lap then. Does he have enough fuel though to go again? He doesn't. So that's probably going to be his lap time done. Well, that will be his lap time done, I'm thinking. Let's have a look at his telemetry. He has 3 seconds off. He's gone into lean, unless he's going for a lean sort of lean rev lap to conserve some fuel. Hit Chelsea Boy here, going on to a new lap, and hopefully he'll try and think he can grab pole here. And Darren Sinclair is also one to try and grab pole, as we see a lone Renault going off track there. I think that was Heemcar, was it? I think it was, yes, in the Renault. And well, I think he just tried to get out of the way of Darren Sinclair as much as possible, as Darren Sinclair has not got DRS open. Because he's in lean revs right now, so he's waiting until the very, very last moment before he sets a lap time. That's an interesting strategy there. He's on, technically he is on a flying lap, but he's decided not to set a flying lap, if that makes any sense. We have Spark Bobster here, and he is on a flying lap right now. We'll have a see if anyone is close to the start-finish line. GN Rocket Queen going down the long straight. Shug M here going through turns 8 and 9, then into turn 10, as we've Bravo Wolf retired from the session. And there he goes, parks up. He's had enough for today. As the Gort there goes top, 1:37.6. So it's a Williams 1-2 right now. As we'll see if anyone can beat that time. Heemcar going on to a lap. Spark Bobster's out there right now. Rockatoni on the main straight. Just trying to see who's next to set a lap time. I believe it's going to be Chelsea Boy. There goes the white Samba, and he'll set a lap time. AJ to the P out there as well. Let's quickly get on board with Chelsea Boy as he rounds the final corner. It's not going to be a fast lap time, but he's set himself up now with only 13 seconds on the clock. Let's have a look on board Darren Sinclair. He's 1/10 up. Sorry, 2/10 up nearly. Heemcar retires from the session, and he's had enough for today. Obviously took that corner a little bit too aggressively, got himself a corner cut warning, and invalidated his lap time. That's his day done. So we've got AJ to the P out there right now with, I believe that's the Force India of Shug M. It is. So we will have a see now. Rockatoni is going to be the next one to set a lap time. And has he? No, he's gone into the menu and retired from the session. That is him done. Chelsea Boy then is going to be the next one. Or is it going to be the Gort here? The Gort is heading back to the pit lane then. He's 7 seconds off. So he's done for the day then. We have Shug M on a flying lap right now, but he's got out of the way of the Renault, so that's his lap time done. Darren Sinclair then is out there. Let's quickly get on board with Chelsea Boy and see where he is out on track. He's going through one of the chicanes, so we've got Darren Sinclair going through turn 20, then through turn 21, in car 21. He'll head towards the line now. What's the lap time he's going to set? It's 1:37.2. It goes top of the table. Save the best lap till last for Darren Sinclair. Now, what can Chelsea Boy do? Can he respond to that sort of lap time? He's got the white Samba ahead of him, but what sort of lap time will Chelsea Boy put down? We'll see. White Samba put a lap time in, goes 11th, and Chelsea Boy can only go P3 with a 1:37.9. So Shug M and AJ to the P are the only ones left out on track, and well, that is it. Darren Sinclair then will grab pole position for the season finale of SNR. So we're just waiting for Shug M to cross the line there, or dive into the pits, as the Gort there dives into the pits. He didn't take the checkered flag, and that's the reason now we've got to wait a full minute before the game advances, because I don't know why the game works like that, but it just does. And this is an opportunity for me to run through the table then. So Darren Sinclair grabs pole, 1:37.2. It's a good lap time from him as he will grab pole position. And, well, he starts where he left off, really, didn't he? And this form will carry him through to the next season. The Gort was in second. Chelsea Boy there finished in third. Bravo Wolf fourth. Rockatoni fifth. Invader Zippo 6th, AJ in 7th, DK is 8th, Spark Bobster 9th, Heem Carl in 10th, Shug M 11th, White Samba 12th, Rocket Queen 13th, Heffy in 14th, W4 15th and Jensen there in 16th. Bottom 3 did not set a time during this session. Well, we've got about 10 seconds before this session comes to an end and we move on to the next one. But Darren Sinclair is your man on pole position for the season finale of SNR at Yas Marina. Well, it was a brilliant lap time from Darren Sinclair, and we'll just have a check now to see if any penalties are added on. They are not. So as you're seeing this is how they're all starting. So of course Darren Sinclair out-qualifying the Gort by 4/10 of a second almost. Chelsea Boy 6/10 behind Darren Sinclair. Bravo Wolf there in 4th place. Rockatoni 5th place. All within a second of Darren Sinclair, followed by Invader Zippo, AJ, DK, Spark Bobster and Heem Carl. That's your top 10 as we head into the race after this edit. Well, ever since its inaugural race in 2009, it's had so many races as a season finale. Well, 2011, when Sebastian Vettel's dominance was ended by a puncture on the very first lap. How about 2012, when Kimi Räikkönen famously said, "Just leave me alone, I know what to do." It's crazy. It's Abu Dhabi, and we're about to get underway here as the 5 red lights go on for the final time this season. Lights out and away we go. Lots of wheel spin from the start there as the Gort tries to go down the inside. Chelsea Boys right behind Darren Sinclair trying to find a gap as the other Williams driver tries to find a gap too and slides off into the wall, and the Gort there is trying to hold on for dear life as Bravo Wolf goes off, and the top 3 here are trying to battle it out as the Gort. Can he find an inside line? No, he can't. But Chelsea Boys trying to hang on to that inside line as well, and they touch. The 2 of them touch. And the McLaren driver, I think, has lost a bit of front wing there as the 2 of them touch. Oh, this is amazing. And the Gort there has slid all the way down. Oh, no. There must have been contact there between him and Chelsea Boy. And the Gort finds himself at the back. And that's going to lead. Look at the flurry of cars there as they head down towards the next chicane into turns 8, 9 and 10. It's absolutely hectic as they try and head through. We're riding on board with the Bravo Wolf as we've got a Haas there running wide, and that's a position there. That's DK running wide. So we've got the Williams now. The Williams driver, look at that, they're going 4 wide behind them. This is incredible stuff on the opening lap. We're going to try and stay on board with the guys behind as I believe that was Bravo Wolf locking up there as Heffy's trying to make sure. We've got the Haas there of DK. He spun off. Was that DK or W4? It's W4, my mistake. And he spun off going through the second chicane of 11, 12 and 13. Well, it's been hectic, and Darren Sinclair's just trying to run away. Rockatoni there is in second, AJ is third, White Samba fourth, Invader Zippo is fifth. As we see DK, we've got Jensen now, who's got a puncture. Has he got a puncture? No, I thought that was the light. My apologies. But the Gort there is up into 13th now. Well, the 2 Williams drivers are going to battle it out hammer and tong now as we've got Spark Bobster in the pits, Bravo Wolf in, Heffy in, we've also got Jensen in, all assuming for damage. And well, this has been an extremely exciting first lap of the race as Invader Zippo is going down the inside of White Samba, but White Samba not giving him any room at all, and Invader Zippo gets the position for now as we saw the McLaren driver go completely off the course. That was Chelsea Boy, and he has lost a bit of front wing, you can see there. I don't know whether that was on the first lap or not, but he's got himself a 5-second time penalty. And well, this is incredible stuff as White Samba here, I believe, does he have front wing damage now? I don't think he does. As we look at it, it doesn't look major. He might be able to recover, and he might be able to to keep hold of that car and keep it on the track if he can. So this is your battle then for 4th place, as Chelsea Boys trying to chase down Heemcar for 6th place. Meanwhile, behind them, the Gort is trying to have a go down the outside of Rocket Queen, which then becomes the inside, and then the outside again. Look at those two. They're going to go into 11, 12 and 13 side by side as the Williams driver loses the back end and heads off the track once again. He's just got to keep his cool, the Gort. He can't let Bravo Wolf get any more points. If they finish like this, the Gort will finish 3rd in the championship, so he's got to keep that in mind. Meanwhile then, we've got an open track here. The White Samba chasing Invader Zippo down. And he's being closed in by Heemcar and Chelsea Boy coming into the pits. So runner-up in the championship, Chelsea Boy is into the pits now. As W4 here is trying to recover from an earlier off. As, well, we have so much drama happening now. The other McLaren of Heffy is down in 14th, being chased by Jensen there in 15th, and DK rounds off the grid. Shug M here is on the back of Heemcar, and they're trying to chase down the White Samba. We've got the bollard there in the middle of the track. White Samba here on the super soft tyres is, well, is doing a good job at the moment keeping Heemcar behind, but at the moment he's in DRS range of Heemcar and Shug M. Shug M's going to get double slipstream here. He's going to get even faster than the two of them ahead. Is Heemcar going to have a go down the inside? No, he thinks better of it, but he's going to try and set himself up for the next part of the straight, and he hasn't got that exit right at all, as now White Samba will be able to pull away even more. But that's not the end. Shug M now could have a go down the inside, is he? He pulls out, but no, thinks again, and will stay behind as White Samba there loses a bit of traction. And he's run off the course, and now Heemcar's going to try and go down the inside. They touch tyres, and White Samba is off. Does he keep the position? No, he doesn't. He falls behind as Shug M takes the position from White Samba as well. As, well, the White Samba there's lost out to 2 positions there, both to Heemcar and Shug M, and now they're going to try and chase down Invader Zippo. There they all go, and well, it's been a hectic couple of corners. We've got yellow flags in sector 2 there. I'm not sure who it is, but it doesn't look like it's anybody. No, can't find anybody. Never mind then, we'll ride back on board with somebody, and we're going to ride on board with Shug M now, who's trying to chase down Heemcar. This, the battle then for 5th place on track. And Heemcar's doing his best there. He runs slightly wide, loses the back end, and he's off. Heemcar is off. Where is he going? He's into the wall. Has he kept the car running? Yes, he has. So the game's not retired him. He's still in the race, but he lost the back end going through that high-speed section. Lost his entire front wing, and that is a huge blow for Renault in the terms of the championship for them. Well, I mean, it's only been 4 laps and we've had enough action to really round this off. Here comes Rocket Queen then, on the back of White Samba, but he's not going to go for the move. He'll set up for his second attempt down the second DRS straight. He gets a better exit than the Sauber driver. On board now with GN Rocket Queen as he heads into the DRS zone behind White Samba. Going to try and use the inside line. He's got the DRS. He'll have a bigger top speed. The Gort lurking behind as White Samba can't defend from Rocket Queen. Rocket Queen then moves up into 6th place and White Samba's falling down the field. Next though, there's the Gort. He's up into 8th place. He's recovered well from his earlier off. And he's trying to chase down White Samba. AJ to the P then, has got into 2nd place. He's overtaken Rockatoni. I'm very sorry, AJ, that I missed your overtake. But, there's so much going on right now. Here we've got the Gort now trying to chase down White Samba. And, well, this is going to be a move and a half if Gort can get past now. He's, I think that was White Samba heading into the pits. It was. So White Samba's into the pits. He's changing his strategy. Either that or he's changing his front wing. I believe it will be the latter. Meanwhile then, Shug M trying to chase down Invader Zippo now. And he is chasing him down. 7/10 separates the two of them now. Meanwhile, further back, we've got Bravo Wolf chasing down Spark Bobster. This then the battle for 11th. We'll ride back on board with the Gort and chasing down Rocket Queen as Heemcar comes into the pits. And, well, that loss of front wing is going to hurt him a lot. But what tyres does he decide to put on here? well, for Renault, this is going to be a disaster. They want as many championship points as they can to try and catch up to Haas. And this is not going to help them at all. And here I am trying to make sure I'm trying to keep on top of the Constructors table at the moment. Well, they are behind Haas and only by a couple of points as well. They are only 1 point behind, so they really, really need those points. And unfortunately for Heimkarl, that's not what he wanted. Rockatoni then trying to keep on the back of AJ to the P. AJ to the P then is well ahead in that Renault. He's in second place. So for Renault then, they have got AJ to put their money on, and hopefully they'll be hoping he can get some points for them. Let's have a look at the Haases then. We've got W4 there in 8th place, and there we have DK in 14th. So at the moment they're scoring 3 points at the moment compared to Renault's 18. So Renault will be far and away claiming that 6th place spot. Let's have a look at the Force Indias then. We've got Shugem there in 5th place right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, he's your only Force India out there. So he's doing a good job out there. He's in 5th at the moment. That's 10 points. And we'll compare that to AJ's 15 for Renault. As he's Shugem's trying to make that 12 points as he's trying to look for the gap inside of Invader Zippo. Can't quite find it though. Into the hairpin they go. And on to this long straight out of the hairpin of turn 7, as we're going to ride on board with the Gort now along the same straight. And now here's a chance for Williams now to get even more points. Here's a chance for the Gort to secure himself in 3rd place in the championship. He'll go around the outside. GN Rocket Queen going defensive, and he's braked later as well than the Gort. The Gort there's got to try and take a wider line, make sure he's got the speed on the 2nd straight, as we've got yellow flags in sector 3. Not sure who it was though. As now we have on board with the Gort, and what can he do here? Is he going to try and move down the inside? He thought about it, but doesn't quite. He does touch him though, and there was a bit of debris flying away, and I don't know if that's hurt his front wing at all. Jensen is out of the race. Jensen is out of the race, and he's, wow, that's major. That looks like a Nico Rosberg and Narain Karthikeyan from 2012 incident there. And well, I'm not quite sure how that happened, but all I do know is that Jensen is out of the race. Meanwhile though, Shugem trying to chase down Invader Zippo. And well, this is crucial for Force India. They want the points, and they know they can at least grab 7th with a result like this, as Shugem chasing down Invader Zippo. But can he find a way past the Mercedes driver? W4 then is making good progress for Haas at the moment, and he'll be hoping DK can claw his way back up the field. It has been a hectic start for every driver out there. Here we have Bravo Wolf though. He's trying to chase down his teammate, and he's got to try and get past Spark Bobster. And what are we going to do here? He's going to go right down the inside of Spark Bobster. Who's going to come out on top? It's the Williams driver. Comes round the inside. Bravo Wolf up into 8th place. Brilliant move from the Williams driver, and he's just going to press on now and see if he can try and make those soft tyres work as far as they can. Of course, had to pit early because of damage, and he's just going to push now and see if he can catch W4, the car ahead. Meanwhile then, I said this wasn't an easy place to overtake at, and Shugem is finding that out the hard way, and he's got the DRS. He's going to try and have a look down the inside. He's braking now down the inside. He might have overcooked it. He's trying to hold on as Invader Zippo gets back around the inside and stays ahead of Shugem. Well, he did try. He just overcooked his braking point and just ran too deep, and that allowed Invader Zippo back through. These two are going to keep battling though, that's for sure. We've got Spark Bobster then. Behind him is Chelsea Boy, the hard-charging runner-up in the championship, Chelsea Boy, and he'll be just trying to look and see if he can have a bit of fun now. He did get caught up earlier on with front wing damage. That was the incident involving himself and the Gort, as they tried to go make 2 into 1, and it didn't quite work out, as we have Darren Sinclair into the pits. So there he is into the pits, and Rockatoni there was also in the pits, and I'm wondering what's happened to Darren Sinclair. He's dropped to 7th place. I'm not quite sure at all what's happened there. Maybe he was one of the yellow flags, but well, Darren Sinclair finds himself in 7th behind Rockatoni, who's also pitted. I thought he was lapping Rockatoni, but well, whoa, that's very aggressive from Darren Sinclair there, as he almost finds air going through turn 3. Amazing stuff. Well, he's certainly being aggressive, that's for sure. I don't need to tell you that. And well, here's Rockatoni then, on the back of W4. So the race has changed dramatically. As Rockatoni now going down the inside as he thinks better of it. Sets himself up for the second straight. The second DRS straight. Just needs to get that exit right. Going through turn 9 and 10 here. As he's got the DRS open now. Rockatoni in the slipstream of W4. Can he find a way past? No, again. He backs out of it and tries to... use his racecraft, use his racing brain to just try and outsmart W4. But W4's not having any of it. He's on those super soft tyres. He makes a mistake, though, coming out of the that corner. And Rockatoni can try and go around the outside of the sweeping right-hander. And W4 backs out of it. Rockatoni runs wide, though. And W4 goes back through. Rockatoni lets him back through. He knew he made the move off track. And Rockatoni's going to have to do it all over again. Chelsea Boy, meanwhile, closing in on Spark Bobster at the exact same place we just saw the other battle. And Chelsea Boy here in the points. And McLaren trying to make their way through the constructors' tables. We've got Shug M into the pit, and he exits behind Invader Zippo. So, Shug M then is on another set of ultra soft tyres. So he's on a 2-stop. So it's now crucial that he gets past Invader Zippo. The Gort there sets the fastest lap of the race, 1:41.3. So, well, now it's imperative that Shug M gets past Bravo Wolf in terms of strategy. Meanwhile, though, W4, Rockatoni's managed to find a way back past W4, assuming it was a fair move. And Chelsea Boy there's dropped down the order, and Chelsea Boy's in the wall. So where is that? That is turn 3 and 4, as Chelsea Boy has once again hit the wall. So I'm not quite sure what happened. Did he lose it on his own? Did he hit another car? Well, we will find out hopefully once this video comes out. But again, he's lost front wing, and well, that's got to be demoralising for Chelsea Boy. He wanted to have a little bit of fun in this race, I bet, and it's just turning into a bit of a nightmare. Again, look at that front wing he's lost. That's such a shame for Chelsea Boy. He's got to go all the way around, and he's got to change his strategy yet again. Shug M, though, on the back of Invader Zippo. This is the move that has to be done for Shug M. If he can't get this done, this is his strategy ruined. What can he do? Can he try and find a way past Invader Zippo? His best chance now is on the main straight. Meanwhile, we've got Rockatoni on the back of Rocket Queen. That was a bit of a confusing sentence. AJ to the P is in the pit. Meanwhile, though, Rockatoni is going to take the lead of this race. And has he stopped yet? Yes, yet. He has stopped. Rockatoni, actually, is he going to rejoin in front of AJ to the P? It's going to be close, that's for sure. And Rockatoni has not rejoined in front of AJ to the P. So AJ is in the lead of the race for Renault. And, well, 25 points in that constructors table. Doesn't seem too bad for Renault at this point. So Rockatoni then is in second. We have W4 in third. Darren Sinclair in fourth. Invader Zippo fifth. Right under pressure from Shug M. And he's run into the back of Invader Zippo. Lost his front wing. And that's the last thing he wanted. On those ultra soft tyres, he had to go aggressive, and he's lost that front wing. He's going to lose so much downforce. Now Bravo Wolf senses an opportunity. He's going to have a go surely now on this DRS straight. Into the slipstream he goes. Bravo Wolf now on the inside of Shug M now. This isn't a good camera angle, Codemasters. It really isn't, as Bravo Wolf locks up on, but he's made the overtake stick on Shug M. And Shug M's front wing now is going to scream at him. Those tyres are not going to like it. And now Bravo Wolf up into 6th place. And he is currently ahead of the Gort. And, well, Shug M here is going to have a look, is he? No, not quite. Speaking of the Gort, he's making a move down the inside of Spark Bobster. Can he make that move stick? Yes, he can. And up into 8th place he goes. So the battle between the Williams drivers is going to heat up tremendously towards the end of this race. We have GN Rocket Queen then on the tail of White Samba. White Samba loses the car, and this is a chance now for Rocket Queen to try and get up into the points. Now, can he do it? Through the sweeping right-handers, White Samba hasn't got a great entrance line into that first right-hander, and Rocket Queen... Oh, he leaves it late braking, and he's just run off the track. White Samba then gets ahead even more. Meanwhile, W4 now on the back of Darren Sinclair. Now, this is for the podium, and this could be a move W4's been waiting for all season long. Darren Sinclair on the soft tyres, W4 on super softs, and can he make the move going through... Can he make the move going onto the start of this back straight here? Again, that's not the best camera angle in the world, as W4 here is losing time to Darren Sinclair on the straight. Now he's gaining it back because of DRS, and can he close in on Darren Sinclair and make the move stick? He probably will have to stop again though, W4. Let's have a look and see the stops here. Oh, well, actually W4 hasn't actually stopped yet at all, so he's got good pace at the moment, and he'll be looking to see if he can... I'm not sure. Oh, W4's left it very late braking there, run too deep, and Darren Sinclair then will try and build a gap. Darren Sinclair must have made a mistake then if W4's closed in on him. W4, I didn't realise, had such old super soft tyres, but he's doing well out there for Haas. With AJ to the P leading, there's not really a lot he can do at the moment in terms of trying to get as many points as possible, unless his teammate DK can get into the points to help him. Now, DK's currently in 11th place. Now, in terms of the constructors, Renault here are leading the 8th place spot. We've got the Mercedes there of Rockatoni closing in on AJ, though. He is on the ultra soft tyres, so he's going to close in tremendously quickly. However, Rockatoni is probably going to have to stop again. Let's have a look at the stops. Rockatoni has stopped once. He's on the ultra soft, so he will have to stop again. Now, it's interesting at this track... either strategy will work, but it's all dependent on traffic. So if you've got too much traffic, a two-stop isn't going to work. A one-stop will, but a one-stop will be slower. So it is all dependent on how much traffic each driver gets. And at the moment, if Rockatoni can't get past AJ, this is his strategy down the window. And he's going to have to try and find a way past. This is your closest battle out on track at the moment. And... I say that now as Rocket Queen's closing in on White Samba. I'm keeping an eye on that one as well, as Rocket Queen just trying to stay on the back of AJ. He wants that move done, and he knows he has to get in front if he wants that strategy to work. So, of course, we'll try and keep our hold of this battle. Of course, the battle for the lead of the race, as AJ to the P there, holding on now for the lead of the race. Here comes Rocket Queen, though, on White Samba. This for 9th place. And Toro Rosso had an outside chance, well, a relatively outside chance of grabbing 6th place in the Constructors. And, Rocket Queen right now is trying his best to get past White Samba. Meanwhile then, for the lead of the race, Rockatoni still 7/10 behind. We've got the Gort here and Bravo Wolf. So these are the two Williams teammates. All the Gort has to do is finish in front of Bravo Wolf, and he'll claim 3rd place in the driver's standings. The W4 has come in for his stop, so both the Williams drivers move up a position. Bravo Wolf 5th, the Gort in 6th. They're both on different strategies because of what happened earlier on. So, this is going to be intriguing now between the two Williams drivers. Who's going to come out on top on this one? Rockatoni now into the DRS zone. He's trying to close in on AJ to the P down this long straight through the desert, and... he's going to try and set himself up now for the 2nd DRS straight. Darren Sinclair is closing in on the both of them now, as AJ. Heffy is retired from the session, and Heffy has hit the wall. Well, he's out of the race. That's not how he wanted to end his season, and that's not how McLaren wanted to end their season either, as now they only have Chelsea Boy, who is 14th place at the moment. And here come the leaders. There's no overtaking through this part, so Rockatoni there has to stay behind until the green flags. There they are. There are the green flags. Now Rockatoni can try and have a look. Will he have a look, though? I doubt it through this sweeping right-hander section. But he is closing in. Rockatoni here. Look at that amazing shot, as you can see from the hotel. Underneath that hotel they go. Did they make contact there? Did Rockatoni make contact with AJ to the P? Is his front wing okay? It looks like it. But these two are going to fight it out now as they head round the last corner. What can Rockatoni do as they head towards the start-finish line now? As we're on to lap 14, halfway through this race. As Rockatoni here is on full-on attack now on AJ to the P. And he's going to have much better grip as we head through 3 and 4 here. Sorry, turn 2, 3, and then 4. As Rockatoni now, he's going to try and move down the inside. No, he thinks better of it. He knows he won't be able to make the move stick as he runs slightly wide. That's going to hurt his exit as he heads into the hairpin now. It's all about getting that exit right as you head through to the DRS zone. Meanwhile, though, we've got Rocket Queen as well on the back of White Samba. We've got to keep an eye on that one as well. We've also got to keep an eye on the Gort. There's 3 battles happening at once. I don't know which one to stay on board with. As I've missed it. I've missed Rocket Queen overtaking White Samba. Well, I hesitated and I've been punished for it. As White Samba finds a way past... Sorry, Rocket Queen finds a way past White Samba. Moves up into 9th place. Meanwhile then, we've got the Williams here of the Gort. Going on the back of Bravo Wolf, setting himself up. Bravo Wolf locks up. He's feeling the pressure from the Gort. These two Williams drivers, they probably had the order from Paddy Lowe to race. So, well, are they going to race? Are we going to see tempers are we going to see tempers boil over between these two? They are fighting for 3rd place in the championship. Meanwhile, though, Rockatoni is on the back of AJ to the P as they head through the hotel section. But the Gort's not far behind Bravo Wolf either. So I'm trying to look at 2 different battles on 2 different points of the track. This is incredible to watch as it's wheel-to-wheel racing as AJ to the P trying to hold off Rockatoni for as long as he can, and on top of that the Gort's trying to find a way past Bravo Wolf as AJ to the P is doing a fantastic job keeping Rockatoni behind him, and Rockatoni's just going to get more and more frustrated. Now the Gort going through the last corner on the back of Bravo Wolf. Now can Bravo Wolf hold on for much longer? And well, I'm running out of breath here, like this is incredible stuff as Rockatoni here trying to set himself up. The Gort here on the tail now. We're going to have to ride on board with Rockatoni as they're headed through the DRS zone. The Gort, though, is right on the tail of Bravo Wolf as Bravo Wolf here locks up again. I'm not sure if that's the lag or whether he's actually locking up. Meanwhile, we're going to see Rockatoni here. He's half a second back. So we're going to ride back on board with the Gort and the Bravo Wolf here. The battle between these two Williams is incredible right now. And, well... the Gort now in the DRS zone. He's going to try and have a look at the outside of Bravo Wolf. Side by side now. Heading into turn 8, 9 and 10. Round the outside the Gort goes. Bravo Wolf trying to take the line. They do make contact. It's not severe contact though. So they'll be okay with that. But Bravo Wolf stays ahead of the Gort for now. But he is closing in on this second DRS straight. He's got another chance. He's got another stab at the cherry. Can he try and make a move this time round the outside? They are so close. They make contact. They make contact again. And Bravo Wolf's out of road. He has to cut the corner. Now the Gort runs wide. And Bravo Wolf somehow stays ahead. This is incredible racing between the two Williams. They've just got to be careful now that they don't take each other off. The Williams team will be, well, their hearts will be racing right now, no pun intended, because the two teammates are battling for their lives here. As the Gort knows that even if they stay in these positions, he's got 3rd place in the championship. But as we see now, is that Bravo Wolf heading into the pits? It is Bravo Wolf heading into the pits. He's done his soft stint, and here he comes into the pits. I'm not sure actually because he's already made a stop, unless this counts as his first stop. What tyres is he putting on? He's putting on some super soft tyres. So, well, this changes everything. He managed to stay ahead of the Gort, and that is going to benefit him towards the end of the race. Now, he's got to bear in mind of traffic now. Where will Bravo Wolf rejoin? I think he's going to rejoin in 9th place here. Let's have a look. And yes, he will. 9th place. So he's got fresher tyres now than the Gort. And, well, the Gort here has stopped once. And he has been on those soft tyres, I do believe. Or did he go on the super soft? You know what? I can't remember. And you know what? That just adds to the drama. There's just been so much drama going on as Rocketoni's pace is falling away from AJ as those ultra soft tyres are probably going off. Meanwhile, we've got Spark Bobster here. He's only a tenth behind Shug M, and they're on the back straight here. With the DRS open, can Spark Bobster move up into 11th for Ferrari? No, he backs out of it. Conservative there. He'd rather just keep his front wing, and he'll have another go at it coming out of turn 10 as we see Heimkarl going through the picture there. Well, Spark Bobster here's got to try and make a move. Shug M. Meanwhile, Rocketoni is into the pits and on goes some soft tyres. So Rocketoni is going to the end of the race now on soft tyres. So that's a big call because he could probably make it to the end on super softs there. Meanwhile, though, Bravo Wolf is attacking White Samba. And well, this is crucial now because he's got to get past. If he stays behind too long, he's going to be wasting tyre wear. As White Samba here is not going to make this easy at all. And defends that inside line. Bravo Wolf trying to find a way past. And now he's got the perfect opportunity now. As Bravo Wolf now will move down the inside. He thinks better of it though. And he's trying to use some racecraft here to try and pressure White Samba into making a mistake. As they go through turns 2, 3 and then 4 coming through the left-hander. And now Bravo Wolf's going around the outside, which then does become the inside. Has he made that move stick? As he goes around at White Samba, there was a bit of debris right there, and I'm not sure which car that was. As we've got White Samba there making contact once again, and these two are not going to give up that position very easily. As now White Samba has managed to try and get himself ahead. He has the DRS, and he's side by side now with Bravo Wolf. I'm losing track of all the drivers right now as White Samba holds on ahead of Bravo Wolf, and now Bravo's going to be extremely frustrated as well, here's the thing, White Samba's going to have another DRS. Oh no, actually there's a new activation point. So Bravo Wolf now has the opportunity to get past again. He's got the move done before the corner. He'll keep the inside line, locks up slightly, but this time on that straight he has got ahead and he moves up into 8th place. Fantastic battling there. Now Spark Bobster, we're riding on board now. We've got Heimkarl there, Shug M and Spark Bobster. This is the battle for the last point then. As Renault are doing a good job in securing 6th place in the championship right now. They're doing a fantastic job. You can see there on the Heimkarl's steering wheel, it does say pit, but I'm not quite sure if that's actually accurate or not. So we'll see if he comes into the pits now. He doesn't, so it just shows you it is slightly inaccurate. Invader Zippo then in 4th place, chasing down his teammate Rocketoni. Now, our team order is going to be in effect here. I don't think so. It's the last race of the season, so I highly doubt it. Mercedes. Let me just check the constructors table and see where Mercedes are in that table. They are in 4th place. And behind McLaren by quite some margin, so they can't catch up, and also they can't be caught, so it's worth letting the Mercedes boys race, that's for sure. As we're now going to see Spark Bobster, who is now 2/10 behind Shug M, coming down the main straight. Once again, DRS flies open for the Ferrari driver. This then for 11th place. Spark Bobster goes down the inside. Has he got the move stun this time around? He goes into the inside. Shug M gives him the room, and Spark Bobster moves up into 11th place. Good move from the Ferrari driver. Meanwhile, Bravo Wolf has now caught up to a certain GN Rocket Queen, and these two are now going to battle it out. Amazing driving so far from Bravo Wolf. He's done a fantastic job so far. It's not over yet though, as we have around 12 laps to go. But he's got to make it past Rocket Queen now. The Gort there is around about 20 seconds up the road, and well, here's the thing. I'm thinking that the Gort needs to stop again because I don't think he's going to make it to the end on those super soft tyres as Bravo Wolf's round the outside trying to get past Rocket Queen in any way he can, trying to use some racecraft, put Rocket Queen under some pressure. Now he's going around the inside, coming into turn 1 now, past the start-finish line. Has he got that move done? He'll get the inside line, locks up slightly, the Toro Rosso driver can't quite defend, and Rocket Queen concedes the position, but I doubt he's too happy about that. He's going to try and find a way past, but the Williams driver has the grip and takes that position away from Rocket Queen. Good battling from the two of them, and Bravo Wolf is going to push ahead now to try and catch W4. Meanwhile, though, the Gort is now catching up to the back of Invader Zippo. So now, what can he do now? He may have to stop again, but it looks like he's trying to push as hard as he can to try and make up for that. Will he go onto some Ultra Softs towards the end of the race, or will he go on Super Softs once again? Difficulty with the 50% races, the tyre wear so high. Well, Spark Bobster here is now trying to battle for 9th place with the White Samba. So this would be some good points for Ferrari if they can take this away and build on that momentum next season. Spark Bobster then in the slipstream of White Samba, trying and take 9th place away from the Sauber driver. And Spark Bobster is up into 9th, but White Samba there tried to keep that outside line, and the Ferrari driver, Spark Bobster, is up into 9th place. Good move so far, and White Samba's falling down the field. Meanwhile, Spark Bobster is flying up it. The Gort then is into the pit lane, just like I thought. He did have to stop again, but what tyre is he going to put on? This then is important because he's got to get ahead of Bravo Wolf. On go some ultra soft tyres, so he's going to go really, really aggressive. There goes... I believe that was the Bravo Wolf is coming towards the start-finish line now. Here's the Gort coming out of the pit lane. It's going to be very close between these two, but who's going to come out on top? There you can see both Williams drivers in the shot, and I think the Gort is going to overtake or keep ahead of Bravo Wolf, and he has. The Gort's come out ahead of Bravo Wolf, and all that battling, all that pushing has meant for nothing for Bravo Wolf. It's such a shame for him, but I'm sure he's not going to give up just yet. Plenty can still happen, but the Gort's got the head of the strategy, and he's ahead of Bravo Wolf. Those two were battling brilliantly just a few laps ago, but the Gort so far has come out on top, and of course it's not over yet because we've still got around 9 laps to go, and towards the end of the race Bravo Wolf will come back into play because those Ultrasoft tyres are not going to last that long. Well, I think we've got just enough of not battling on the track on lap 20 to go through the recap of the race. We've got AJ leading the way, Darren Sinclair is in 2nd, Roccatoni's in 3rd, Invader Zippo is in 4th, W4 in 5th, the Gort's in 6th, Bravo Wolf 7th, Rocket Queen is in 8th, Spark Bobster in 9th, White Samba 10th, DK is in 11th there as White Samba gets a bit tail happy there, Hinkald in 12th, Chelsea Boy in 13th, and Shug M in 14th. Heffy and Jensen both out of the race due to incidents earlier on in the race. Well, Bravo Wolf here is still going to keep pushing and keep putting the pressure on the Gort. He's pushing the wheels off that car, and as you can see, the Gort there is, well, the Bravo Wolf, you could see how much he's pushing. He's put the fastest lap of the race in, 1:40.7. And if we have a look at the fastest lap times between the two drivers, we'll see that's the wrong gap. There's your fastest lap there. So the Gort obviously hasn't set a lap on those ultra soft tyres just yet, but you can see how much quicker Bravo Wolf is now lapping. He is pushing the wheels and the engine off of that Williams, and he wants that position. He wants to get ahead of the Gort for the final race of the season. Didn't have a great time in Brazil. These two were just separated by a point going into the penultimate race of the season, and the Gort here looks like he's going to come out on top. Long way to go, of course. Still a long way to go. As now I'll put it back to the intervals and see if there's any battles we need to be going on board with. We're going to have a look at Spark Bobster because he's on a charge here, and now he's closing in on GN Rocket Queen. So Spark Bobster here is having a good race. He's kept his head down, and he's at the moment he's going to score some good points for Ferrari with 7 laps to go. Of course, I'm trying not to curse him, curse the commentator. Normally falls on the Ferrari, and I'm very sorry about that. But Spark Bobster's making good progress here, and he's trying to close in on Rocket Queen. This would be for 3 points in the championship and some good momentum to take through to next season. as he is closing on Rocket Queen as well. So this is good pace from Spark Bobster. He's really having fun out there today. There those two go. The Gort there, 140.1. What a lap from the Gort there. As we'll have a look at those fastest laps there. You can see 6/10 quicker than Bravo Wolf on the ultra soft tyres. And that has shattered the morale of Bravo Wolf. It surely has. Meanwhile, though, we're going to stay on board with this battle here. This is the battle for 8th place, as Rocket Queen is trying to defend from Spark Bobster. Spark Bobster's had a mixed season, and he'll be wanting to end this season on a high. And by doing that, he's got some good pace at Abu Dhabi. And trying to get around the outside of GN Rocket Queen, he's going to take a wider line. That means an earlier apex, and that means better acceleration out of the hairpin. As now he's got some slipstream. Now he's got DRS. He's got a fantastic run towards turns 8, 9, and 10. Well, the Toro Rosso there's not going to give him much space as the two bang tyres. And Spark Bobster's down the inside. And can he make the move stick? No, not quite. But he's got the second DRS zone to deal with as well. Rocket Queen defends well. And Spark Bobster now has got a second chance. Second bite of the cherry here. And can he get around the outside? Well, it's going to be close between those two. And Spark Bobster just backs out of it. Waits for another lap. And the Gort there has got ahead of W4. Did W4 make a mistake, or is that a genuine pass? Well, whatever it was, the Gort's up into 5th place now, and he's on a charge now to try and chase down Zippo. Not many laps left, though. Meanwhile, it's AJ in the lead, followed by Darren Sinclair and Rockatoni. That's your top 3. Meanwhile, though, we're going to ride on board with these two here. Spark Bobster is having a real go at Rocket Queen here. And these two are fighting for a fantastic battle here. This for 8th place. And we're going to have a see like at Heemkarl as well with DK. That's the battle for 11th place. So Spark Bobster here on the back of Rocket Queen. And we're going to see now what he can do. He takes a wide line going through turn 2 and turn 3, which will give him better grip and smoother steering through that section as they brake now towards turn 5 and 6 into the hairpin of 7. And Rocket Queen here again trying to take a tighter line, which gives him better traction out of the corner, and you can see how well that works as Spark Bobster's in the slipstream of Rocket Queen. This time Rocket Queen goes to the inside to defend. And can Rocket Queen defend anymore as Spark Bobster there tried to turn in, but Rocket Queen was still there and he couldn't quite make the move stick. Meanwhile then we're going to see Heemkarl now. Is he going to have a go down the inside, down the outside? No, not quite. He will wait to the second DRS straight. Meanwhile we've got Spark Bobster trying to go round the outside of Rocket Queen once again, and again he backs out of the move. He's just not quite confident to make that move stick, and well, he's just going to keep trying, that's for sure, and wait for that opportunity to come for him. Meanwhile though, Heemkarl is on the back of DK. This the battle for 11th place. They're closing in on the white Samba as he's on the soft tyres trying to make it to the end. Gort goes fastest again, 140.0. He is lighting up the leaderboard with just purple all around. As there is the Gort. That's the one I meant to press. He's 8.4 behind Zippo here with 5 laps to go. Well, it seems impossible to say that could happen, but it could happen as Bravo Wolf now is on the back of W4. Meanwhile then, Spark Bobster still on the back of Rocket Queen. This is an amazing battle between the two of them. Meanwhile, this is a 3-way battle for the last point. White Samba trying to defend from DK and Heemkarl. I'm trying to ride on board with so many battles at once. Here comes Spark Bobster then, right on the tail of the Toro Rosso of Rocket Queen. And then we've got White Samba and then DK and Heemkarl trying to find their way past as well. That is for the last point in the championship this season. 10th place. And the heart of DK runs wide. Heemkarl's going to try and move up the inside, but there's no dice. Heemkarl's on the super soft tyre, so he's got better traction. Meanwhile, though, Bravo Wolf, can he make it round the outside of W4? No, not quite. W4 runs deep. Now, Bravo Wolf is trying to make it better through this section here. Spark Bobster's not too far away. Meanwhile, DK goes down the inside of White Samba. White Samba trying to hold on for dear life. He clips that sausage cup, and that's going to be disaster. He's got less traction than Heemkarl. Heemkarl's right on the tail of White Samba now. DK is through. White Samba has to defend from Heemkarl. Coming through to the second chicane section. And White Samba runs deep. And Heemkarl loses the back end. But he's got so much better traction. Will he try and down the inside? No, he won't. No, he won't. Bravo Wolf gets past W4. Or does he? They're side by side going across the line with 4 laps to go. As W4 takes that inside line, holds on to it for now, but Bravo Wolf's going to have a much better exit going through turn 2. He's got the inside line and makes the move stick. Bravo Wolf is up into 6th place. Fantastic move. Meanwhile, Chelsea Boys round the outside of White Samba. They make contact, but Chelsea Boy is through. And now he's going to try and chase Heemkarl, who's also trying to chase DK down. This is incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Meanwhile, then W4 is falling away from Bravo Wolf. What about Spark Bobster? Is he starting to fall away towards the end of the race? He's 1.2 seconds behind now. That is a shame. He was having good pace. Maybe the tyres have worn out, or maybe he's just made a couple of mistakes. But he will try and catch up to GN Rocket Queen as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, though, Darren Sinclair is closing on the leader. So we're going to have a battle for the lead towards the end of the race. 3 laps to go, and Darren Sinclair is within DRS distance to AJ. Meanwhile then, Spark Bobster still on the back of DK. Sorry, still on the back of Rocket Queen, my mistake. As it's calmed down between the 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th right now. So I can take a little bit of a breather. Meanwhile though, Darren Sinclair, let's see if he's got DRS on AJ. Has he got DRS? We'll pass the DRS line now. And it is open, so he is within DRS range. Darren Sinclair then, with 3 laps to go, has a chance of taking this race win. Meanwhile, Heemkarl is closing in on DK, and this is to completely crush the morale of Haas, who wanted to have a chance of getting some good points today. They knew they have to... They knew they had to try and finish ahead wherever they could, Haas. But now they're trying to hold on to whatever they have, as Heemkarl's got a sensational run trying to go down the main straight, but he just has nowhere to go with it. Darren Sinclair is half a second back, and as you can see, these two have just been dominating the race today. But Darren Sinclair's left it right until the last. Is he going to try and pull off a Lewis Hamilton for the lead of the race around the last corner of the last lap of the last race? Well, stay tuned for this one. This is going to get really interesting towards the end of the race, as Darren Sinclair picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be added on as he's lost the back end, but keeps it in check, does he? Just about. As now he's going to head towards turn 1. That didn't cost him as much time as it could have done, as Heemkarl now makes his way past DK. Or has he? He's got the DRS. But DK has the outside line. He's going to try and stick it up the inside as they've made contact between the Renault and the Haas. Not too much contact though, as Chelsea Boy's now going to try and have a look at this now. He's in the slipstream of Heemkarl. He's got DRS as well. And now he's going to try and make it 3 wide going into this corner here. This is going to be sensational stuff. Can they keep it clean? DK takes that inside line. And they somehow stay out of each other's way. Fantastic racing. This is outstanding stuff for the last race of this season. Meanwhile, Spark Bobster's caught up to the back of Rocket Queen. He's trying to go for 8th place here. And at the top of that, we've got Darren Sinclair and AJ fighting over the lead of the race. I really don't know where to look. I really don't know where to look for the overtake, if there is going to be one. We've got Yellow Flag in Sector 3, and we've got White Samba's out of the race. White Samba's hit the wall, and he's out of the race. Oh, unbelievable. 3 retirements in this race so far. Are we about to have any more? Darren Sinclair then, 5 tenths behind. It's a lot closer now as they head through the sweeping right-hander. As the drivers now are, well, they've got nothing to lose now, have they? Apart from the Williams drivers, I don't think they've got anything to lose. As Chelsea Boy here is trying to chase down DK. We've got Spark Bobster, there's fallen right back from GN Rocket Queen. So here then, the lead of the race, as the race leaders round the final corner for the penultimate time, and they're on to the last lap of the race. Oh, this is going to be exciting stuff now. Can AJ hold on against the faster Darren Sinclair? What's going to happen towards the end of this race? We're on to the final lap of Season 1 of SNR. The championship may have already been decided, but I'll tell you what, this is fantastic racing as Darren Sinclair finds himself behind AJ. Can Darren Sinclair get another race win this season? Meanwhile, though, we're going to have a look at Chelsea Boy. And as you can see, they're almost a lap behind, but that's not going to stop Chelsea Boy, runner-up in this championship, from trying to get a point from DK. Meanwhile, then, AJ is still ahead of Darren Sinclair, but is he going to hold on for another lap? They're heading now down towards turn 8, 9 and 10. And braking for the chicane here. Darren Sinclair is right on the gearbox. He'd take a wider line through turn 9 to try and get a better exit through turn 10. The Gort there gets past Invader Zippo for 4th place. Fantastic driving from him. But we're going to focus on the lead of the race right here because this is exciting stuff. Darren Sinclair thought about a move down the inside, but no dice. We've got Heemkarl there. Heemkarl there trying to chase down Chelsea Boy. My mistake for the pause there. But can Darren Sinclair find a way past AJ to the P? As the lap goes on, there's less and less opportunities to try and make a move stick. And in all honesty, there's not really any prominent places now to try and overtake. AJ to the P then might have just held on to a race win. Not over yet though, we've got 2 corners to go as they go through turn 20 for the final time, and then Darren Sinclair runs extremely wide to try and get some time on him, but AJ to the P is going to be first across the line here. AJ to the P wins in Abu Dhabi. Darren Sinclair crosses the line in 2nd place. Fantastic racing from the 2 of them, and AJ to the P comes out on top. Roccatoni's going to come round the final corner for Mercedes to take the final spot on the podium. The Gort here is in 4th place. He's had a fantastic day today. He was last at one point and will come across the line in 4th place to take 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. Invader Zippo comes home in 5th place. Bravo Wolf there, the other Williams driver, will take home 4th place in the championship. Fantastic effort from him this season. He'll come across the line in 6th place. W4 then in 7th place comes across the line to take good points for Haas. Unfortunately, it's not enough to keep them ahead of Renault in the Constructors, but they've done a damn good job this season of keeping competitive. Rocket Queen's been here, there and everywhere this race, and he's coming towards the line now to take home 8th place. He'll cross the line for Toro Rosso. 8th place is his. And Spark Bobster there comes across the line in 9th. Chelsea Boy jumps up and Spark Bobster's got penalties. And that drops him down to 12th place. Heemkarl there's in 9th. But, well, we'll have the final standings in just a second. But your confirmed, unconfirmed winner, confirmed according to the game, unconfirmed for the stewards, the winner of the final round is AJ to the P. It may have been a dominant season for Darren Sinclair, but AJ to the P has found some sensational form towards the end of this season, and he'll take home the race win at Abu Dhabi. Well, it's been a fantastic season. So many penalties there. AJ to the P managed to keep a clean slate to take home his race victory here at Abu Dhabi. Darren Sinclair in 2nd, Roccatoni 3rd. We had the Gort in 4th, Invader Zippo 5th, Bravo Wolf 6th, W4 in 7th, Rocket Queen 8th, Heemkarl 9th, and rounding off the points there, Chelsea Boy in 10th place. We then had DK in 11th, Spark Bobster 12th, Shug M in 13th, and then we have the Sauber, McLaren and Toro Rosso there who've already left the session. Well, that's it for SNR this season. So the next video is going to be a little fun championship race, the Vintage Championship. More info on that when the video does come out. But for SNR, for Season 1, Darren Sinclair's your champion. And I believe Sauber are your Constructors Table winners. That will be confirmed next race, of course. where we'll have all the drivers and constructors standings. For one thing I do know, or two things I know, Darren Sinclair is your champion today, and AJ to the P was your race winner in Abu Dhabi, the season finale of SNR for Season 1. Thank you for joining in and taking part in these videos. It's been a fantastic season for as long as I've been here. I haven't been here long, but it's been fantastic racing every race I've been to, and I can't wait for next season. Until next time though, I've been Kieran McGinley, you've been watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.